closer to home, yet far away from home. That was the fate of some people who died in a crash at Gomoa Okyereko on the Accra-Cape Coast Highway. Many of the dead, who were residents of Budumbram and its environs, were less than 30 minutes away from home when a fuel tanker rammed into their vehicle. 17 of the injured are in critical condition and on admission at Winneba Municipal Hospital and Trauma Specialist Hospital. Viewers are warned this report contains sensitive and graphic details of the crash.
The accident involved a petrol tanker traveling from Accra to Cape Coast and a U-turn bus from Liberia en route to the Budumbura camp. According to the Winneba Municipal Fire Service Commander, DO2 Kwesi Hughes, the severity of the accident led to a high number of casualties. Some eyewitnesses who spoke to our sister station at Dome TV revealed that the tanker driver veered off his lane and crashed into the U-turn bus.
One side. The new answer, crash it. I don't know whether it's one side or not having the order. It was I mean, I had a here, Mr. Stop taxi going in Nayama. And the stop only I mean, you know, to introduce the show that I used to know. And I won't say, or call pushing. In terms of we know, we're feeling airport. I mean, you answer, or me, not practically.
So far, I do my good police pick up 7, including Akwala. 2-3 years. My plan so we move 2025. Okay. Yes, to the trauma hospital. Tanker no every Accra and the best in the natural Winneba Cape Coast Road. And a VIP news every Takrado Road are in Accra.
How many people lost their lives and how did the incident affect traffic flow in the area? Fire Service Commander DO2 Kwesi Hughes has been speaking to MFR Pau on the midday news.
The casualties we had were in all 40 were able to rescue 40 lives, and then 16 were taken to various mortuaries. And so that is the breakdown now. We are here to go to the hospital to visit, and so that is it.
And when exactly did this incident occur?
Okay, so it happened at Gomoa Okyereko, just before the bridge, on your way from Accra, and on your way from Cape Coast, just after the bridge.
Wow, so 40, we are told, are injured in various situations. Do we know the extent of injury amongst others?
Yes. The extent of injury is very great. You know, when you have an accident where people have been dismembered and people are chopped into pieces, the injury, we have some who has had their legs chopped off, some their hands are chopped off, and all that. It's a very serious accident.
In an interview with Adom News, ACFO 1 John Amalai Amate also commended fire service personnel at Winneba Station and all first responders for working hard to rescue survivors. Meanwhile, some family members of the accident victims also praised the Winneba Fire Service and police for taking care of goodies of accident victims.
Brother Bako Okamode, Sikamiti free, Ewa Liberia Odebani is almost $10,000. And Nyame adom media may confirm so fire service personnel and police commander and Tisikana omu 9,000 they have been handing over to the police into Yabeye follow up na de ewe akyire bia na yɛbɛma STA for so ase ate sɛ ewo bibi foforɔ so na yɛbɛma ɔma so ate ayɛ nna so yɛbɛma ɔma so ate.
The American scan is once fire service commander no I confirm so wɔ hɔ no mo ɛna ɔmo check his scan wɔn 9,000 no deɛ ɛyɛ safe keeping ɛwɔ hɔ dada police ni no whosoever na scan wɔ ne nsam no mean say yɛ police director bɛboa yɛ American scan nti nyame nkyerɛ ne ntumi na ebusafoɔ no sɛ ɔmo yɛahwere ɔmo nkwa no mepa mo twɛw yɛn nim ebinom nɔma obi expect ebusafoɔ a ɔmo nyɛ follow up na ɔmo bra GPRT and back transport and ben confirm ni ntimi start and retrieve dead body na omo me prepare na mo hospital.
Two entity car the accommodation and I the passengers no go load one car and I buy and a part two in a asem say anya accident war kwamo and pan so your kohonum your cousin no apare ko hu say asem e si ni na ayare wo yi pa but see dada.
We're going to go over to Maxwell Agbagba live at the Winneba Hospital for an update on the survivors. Maxwell, you are there. What has been happening?
Heartbreaking scenes here, Brace. Here at the accident and emergency ward at the Winneba Trauma and Specialist Hospital. Family members of some of the persons affected by the crash are gathered here, waiting with bated breath for them to be discharged. But right here in the waiting area, you can hear occasional screams of pain as the health personnel here, the doctors and nurses here, treat the victims of some of them, you're told, have a femur fracture, some of them dislocation of their shoulders, some of them they have dislocation of their hips, some of them have deep lacerations, deep cuts on their faces and other parts of their body. A woman who I've been interacting with just some minutes ago, I'm told, almost had her arm dislocated, and she has been crying like a baby here at the accident and emergency ward of this hospital. Doctors have tried as much as possible to give her some pain relieving medications, but that is not bringing relief to her as she continues to cry to family members here that she's really in pain. Many of them who we've been speaking to have been waiting here since morning. Some of them, we're told, have been discharged because they came here with minor injuries. But there's still some of them who are here in the waiting area. We'd love to take you to the main ward itself, but that would be a bit difficult because of privacy issues. As doctors and nurses are still attending to some of the people affected by this crash. I have a lady here with me. So it's a mix of nationalities affected by this. Earlier, I had an interaction with Bob Hagan. Bob Hagan is executive of the GPRT Ghana Liberia, and he was telling me that he lost 3 Ghanaian friends in that road crash this morning. He mentions, he told me about their names. He mentioned their names and told me about how one of them was dismembered, with parts of his body completely sliced off. We're told that the enormity of the crash resulted in, dismembered his body, actually, I should say. I have one lady here with me. She's from Sierra Leone. She's going to tell us exactly what happened. She was on that bus when that crash happened. Hi, sorry. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank God. My name is Binta So from Sierra Leone, Freetown City, Wilkinson Road. I was in the bus this morning when the accident took place. I was sitting 2 seats after the driver.
You were sitting 2 seats after
seats after the driver. So I almost fell asleep. I was sleeping. So the bus and the tanker just met face to face. And I just heard the noise. I stand up. When I stand up, I watch. I said, Jesus, accident, I'm dying. So I came down the bus because one of the side of the bus finished. So I came down, I began to shout, come and help us, come and help us. 6 people died at the same spot. About 3 men and 3 women died at the same spot.
You saw them?
Yeah, I saw them. So the Freetown Embassy, one of the women help us. Her name is called Rebecca. She's the one who help us, bring us to the hospital. Some people get injured, their foot break. Plenty people damaged seriously. So I'm now at the hospital, but I don't know the name of the hospital. The hospital help us too. The Freetown Embassy in Ghana are taking care of us in the hospital, and I have the president sitting. The vice president of the Freetown Embassy is sitting close.
I'll be speaking to him shortly, but wishing you speedy recovery. Okay,
right,
you'll be
sir,
fine.
thank
Yeah.
you very
Okay. Okay. So if I come to the vice president, let me speak to a gentleman here whose sister. Your sister?
Yes, please.
Okay. She's the one in there. What's your name?
My name is Afonso.
Okay. You are the one, the woman in the complaint to that she's feeling sharp pains in her arm, and we're told that her arm is almost dislocated.
Yes, please. I'm the one. It is very sad. Actually, I work with the camp leadership, the Liberian community here. I work with I'm the IT guy for them. It was just, we got the information on Facebook. That was what made some of us to rush down here. But I don't believe my leadership knows about it. So when I return back, I'm going to talk to them about it. But it was very sad to come and then see your brothers or your sisters from back home trying to let's say reunite with you on this side, and then you are getting such a message. It is very sad.
You wanted to take your sister away in an ambulance this evening?
Yeah, I actually wanted to do, but according to the in charge, he said we have to wait for the meantime.
Okay.
I don't know the reason why. He's a medical practitioner. I'm not a medical practitioner. Sorry. So he's the one to say, okay, fine, she can be discharged.
Yeah.
So because my aim was to take her to the nearby hospital, I'm looking at the cost.
Okay. So the woman who complained to you, do you know her?
Actually, no, I don't know her in person.
But she's in severe pain. She's crying, right?
Yeah, she's in severe pain. I'm aware of it. Which I talk to the in charge, the one who is on.
But they've given her medication, so that should help bring her some relief. But it looks like she's still in pain.
Oh, definitely, according to what he said to me, looking at her condition right now, she'll be in severe pain.
What did you see?
I'm not a medical practitioner to go beyond, so I will just take the advice from him.
Yeah, your lay.
My little ass, that's what I said. It was very. Thank you. Very terrible.
Thank you. Let me speak to the vice president. So you're the vice president of the Sierra Leone community here in Ghana. Yeah, I understand that your officials will be here tomorrow.
Tomorrow by 7 o'clock, they will be here. Well, they are coming to meet with the accident victims. You see, because I've already given them a rundown of the present situation as at now. I know we have one fatality. Total number is about 18 Sierra Leoneans. But for the emergency in Winneba here, where I am now, we have 4. Among them, they are very serious, you see.
That's a big thank you. Okay, so this is the waiting area, but this is the main ward where they are treating some of the patients who are now on admission. But because of privacy issues, it will be very difficult for us to get access to this place. Many of them are still being treated of their injuries, so it's very difficult for us to get access to the place and even have interactions. But I'm told that I'm getting signals that we can. Let's try and see if we can. Okay. Let's try and see if we can speak to this woman who is here on admission. We've been given the clearance by his relative that we can talk to her.
Let's see how possible that is. So we are not showing other faces, we're only showing the faces of those who've given us the permission to do so. We don't want to invade any privacy here. So let me... Hi. No, it's... So this woman... so the occasional screams that I talked about, as health personnel try to get her out of the bed, you can see the struggle. You can see the struggle. I've been told many of them are being treated, came here with femoral fracture, dislocation of the hip, dislocation of the arm. Some of them passed out and had to be resuscitated.
They said they'll come and get something here, so you'll be able to be able to run the treat.
Okay.
All right. So lay back on.
It's a lot of pain.
Okay.
Yeah. She had agreed to speak to us earlier, but in this state, I don't know if she will still want to talk to us. I don't know if she will still want to talk to us. Heartbreaking scenes here. Can we talk to you? Can we still talk to you? Tell us. I'm so sorry. Wishing you speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Do you remember exactly what happened?
I really remember because I was sleeping. I only saw myself almost under the car now. But people were just stepping on me.
People were stepping on you?
Yeah, people stepping on me because I was sleeping. So I not to myself. They whole are close. But when they come on, man, I know that I was accident. I started crying. No clothes on me. I had you crying until I came all the way in front of the bus. Before people help me, they left for me, they came in front of the Amoneka.
I will not disturb you with so much talk. Wishing you speedy recovery, okay? You shall be well, okay? Okay. So yeah, we're not showing other parts of this facility because of privacy issues, like I mentioned. She agreed to speak to us, and that's why we came here to interact with her. And she was telling us about how she said she was sleeping on the bus, and after the accident, she opened her eyes, and the only thing she saw people stepping on her, walking over her actually, and she had to crawl her way out of the bus, and you can see her face. She has deep lacerations on the face. There are some cuts also on her back as well, and this is just one of the people affected by this, affected by the crash. But of course, before I hand over to you, Brace, another issue that has come up. We have been interacting with health personnel here. As you heard the Winneba Municipal Fire Service Commander mentioned, he said they took 16 bodies to the morgue. We've also been finding out from health personnel here. They said that 6 bodies were reported, actually died on the spot and were brought here to this facility. And those who've been interacting with, the authorities who've been interacting with, tell us that it's possible some of the people who are affected by this crash, some of the victims were taken to other adjoining health facilities. So we are compiling the figures, and hopefully by the close of the day tomorrow, they'll know the exact number so they can put it out there. So from the Winneba Trauma and Specialist Hospital, from the emergency ward, my name is Maxwell. Over to you, Bruce.
Over to you, Maxwell. Very of these painful moments when you don't know what will happen to you on the way, but for those who survived, may God be with them. Those who lost their lives, may God keep their souls for their families. Now,